Hi everybody, water signs, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles and the Tarot mini forecast this week for the water signs. That's for Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. And I'm also doing an overall card for everybody too. And we will talk about life in general, relationships, singles, finances, everything I can think of per card. Also just wanted to put out there that if any of you are looking for a deeper reading, healing, intensive healing program, if you're looking for unblocking, space clearing, if you want someone to help you to remove any negative attachments around you, around your home, around your office, whatever it is, please check out my website and get in contact with me. This is something that I'm really passionate about. What I really love doing is working with the healing energy and also working with the angels and guides to help you lift away anything that you don't need in your life and even in the office and things like that. Okay, I can do that remotely. It does not matter. So I am working with the Gateway to the Divine cards. They're beautiful cards and we'll see what messages come through. I'm going to shuffle for, actually I'm going to get an overall card first for everybody and I will talk about that in the end. So this is for all of the water signs. Okay, that's it. And you got the Emperor card, okay, which is a very powerful card. And now we'll start off with Pisces. So here we go, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. That was crazy. That was standing there. So the 10 of coins. This is interesting because we just had this. This was the last card for the fire sign. So this was for Sagittarius. So you've got one of the best cards in the deck here, Pisces. Everything's coming together. Okay, you've got your romance, your money, everything seems to be fine. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about that. It seems like for Pisces, everything has been a real roller coaster. Okay, I'm just getting that word. Everything's like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's very hard for you to find a balance at the moment in your life, or it has been. And you're moving into some uncharted territory here. You're moving into a position of great change in many different levels of your life. And it can bring you a fear, you know, or you may start to hold back, or you may not want to proceed, you know, with things that you have a vested interest in because of how good it seems, okay, and how great it seems. Sometimes when something is too good to be true, it often is, okay, we know that one, all right. This situation, there's going to be a situation happening for you in your life in general, you know, perhaps in a legal matter, perhaps something that is unexpected by you and your family to receive, and it's going to come into play now, and it's going to be very different because for you Pisces, you know, everything you've ever had, it's been hard work for you to get this. You've worked hard, you know, all your life. You're very talented, you know, you're very gifted, you're very driven, but you have worked hard for the things that you've been able to achieve. And here comes this thing that seems like it's just dropping out of the sky. Something that seems like it's going to be very easy for you and your family. And you need to be careful that there are people hanging around just for this thing. You know, it's almost like some people know about it or you know, have been thinking about it and they're suddenly, you know, close by. Be careful about all that. Life in general for you is turning, and it's turning on a big scale, and it can be quite unbelievable what is going to start to take place in your life, you know. Going to start to shift into a more abundant future for yourself on many different levels, okay. In relationships, if you are in a relationship at the moment, this could be this feeling of abundance for you, like you're feeling like everything's coming together, like your ship is coming in and things are starting to fall into place. The other side of you may be doubting something as a real reality for you. You know, you may be doubting this because in the past you've known that you know, you've got yourself invested in something, and then somehow you've gotten hurt along the way. You know, so something is you're afraid of something inside of yourself. And the message that I'm getting about this is that if you're in a relationship here, it's like, allow time to happen, allow things to happen, and you know, you'll get that feeling of what's the word? You'll get a feeling of peace within about it, one way or another. Okay, so you're going to know how you're really feeling. You're going to be able to relax down. You're opening up yourself. For those people who are single, there's a lot of romance coming your way. There is a lot of change in the air, and because we're talking about a coin here, this could be someone with the attributes of an earth sign, you know, and possibly very dark hair too. I'm sort of getting for someone darker hair and skin too, moving forward with these amazing smile, actually, with a big amazing smile. So you'll feel, because you're a very feeling person anyway, you always feel when something's right, and you always feel when something's wrong. You just don't always listen. Okay, so now it's about doing that. Okay, listen to your feelings, not what this is saying or any other part of your body is saying, but listen to that feeling from the heart space. The second that you meet someone, you should know that very second. It doesn't always mean they know, but it means you know whether you can trust them or not. You have to feel that, listen to it. Okay? But most of all, Pisces, just enjoy yourself. This is all about fun. This is all about having fun, enjoying yourself, recognizing all the things in your life that have been lacking, and that this is all changing. Financially, things are growing. There's some kind of security. In relationships, the same thing. Things are growing. Things are changing. You're going to know. Single people, you know, trust that feeling. You know, listen to that feeling, that first feeling that you get. You will know. This is all about your knowingness, your claircognizance, and you have that ability to know clearly, but you need to use it. Okay, so that's the message for Pisces, which is a brilliant message because everything is on the up. This is for Cancer now. Okay, so this is life, relationships, singleness, finances, whatever's going on for you. Cancer. Cancer, you need a bit of a shuffle. We need a clear answer here for Cancer. Cancer, I'm getting a bit of eye strain with you. Okay, just straining your eyes a little bit. The moon. Okay, the moon for Cancer. Well, this is a very watery element as well. Okay, so so I'm sort of getting some messages here for Cancer. There are things in your life that not everybody knows about or understands as well, and there are things that you keep hidden within yourself, and everybody does this. Okay, but I guess Cancer specifically does this. Because it's not because you don't want to talk about this with anybody or whatever. It's you have a fear of other people's opinions of you, and this fear of other people's opinions of you has made it so that in some ways you are not showing everybody your true whole self. You're showing everybody what you feel is acceptable. And this is coming up for Cancer. You have many attributes within yourself. You're very generous. You're very kind. You're very loving. You're very soft. You also have a tougher side as well. You're not afraid to stand up for yourself and say what you really want to say. And you can hold or harbor a lot of bitterness within yourself as well. And you justify those reasons for doing that. But the Moon card here is saying that something's going to be revealed. Okay, or something you need to reveal in your life to someone or to people. I don't know what it is, but you'll know what it is for you. Maybe it's a talk with somebody else and you need to reveal a feeling that you have. You need to reveal something about yourself. This is definitely something about you that you need to actually tell somebody. Otherwise, if this comes out, or if it comes out in the wrong way, or if it's not interpreted in the right way, it feels like there's going to be some kind of emotional hurt here. Okay? The moon card in itself can indicate secrecy in things, and it can indicate that you know, there's a lot of emotion, there's revelations coming to the surface, and all of those things which we've talked about. It also can indicate something psychological going on, or someone having psychological issues, and you're dealing with this person too. Okay? There's also a sense, because we've got the jackals, we've got the ibis, we've got Thoth here, sort of with knowledge, and we've got this, you know, we've got the crab coming up, so it's definitely the Cancer with the crab there. You've got things that are just sitting underneath the surface, and you really need to clear these out, and you have to stop worrying about what other people might think of you. Some situations really need to come to an end now in your life. Things are draining your vitality and your emotions and things that you're invested in, or it's all getting too much. Okay? And you know, the moon here for you is a very, very big sign that something is about to come to the surface, and you really need to be prepared for that. And it will help you to actually talk about things. It will really help you to have like a level playing field, and you don't have to worry about the opinions of other people or being in a certain way. People should accept you for who you are completely. So I don't understand why there's a little bit of fear within you to show it all. You know, but we all go through that anyway, where we're not sure what other people will think, or we've compared ourselves, or you know, we're nervous to come out, like even with our spiritual beliefs as well. You know, I know with mine, because my family, or my father, for example, is very, very religious. You know, for him to believe in my spiritual things, or believe his daughter was, you know, working with this kind of stuff, I was worried. Okay, so then I couldn't be authentic to myself. If I kept it to myself, I couldn't be authentic. I couldn't be true. And once it was revealed, it was so much easier than I thought. So anyway, this is something you know about. This is something you are aware of within yourself that you possibly do in order to protect yourself. But it's saying you need to get it out, or it's going to come out. Okay? The other thing here about relationships, if you're in a relationship with someone, there's something occurring perhaps by the full moon, the next full moon at the end of the month, that is a needed thing. Like, it's something that's needed, it's a talk that needs to happen, it's a situation that needs to occur. And it could also be talking about sometimes a female becoming a water sign female, maybe being some kind of block or interference as well. And you've got to be careful of this. And this is talking about relationships in general. Maybe this is a kid, or maybe it's a family member of some kind. It doesn't always have to be some other woman or something. I know we always jump to this third party thing and there's another woman. But it's not always that, you know, it's just always some kind of little bit of interference. And so maybe that needs to also clear out. Other than that, there's beautiful changes happening in relationships. Just sort of got to get through this little phase. For those who are single, again, this full moon is important. It's important for everybody, actually. And you're going to perhaps need to open up, maybe go out a little bit more, or, you know, start to hang with different people. Whatever it is, there's something about moving away from a situation in order to allow someone to come forward, okay, into your life. Again, you will know whether it's right or wrong for you. It's just whether you trust that. And sometimes you can, like, you know, you can have the perfect person in your life and actually drive them away because you're always wondering whether it is or whether it isn't, and pushing them in certain areas, and maybe you're this and maybe you're that because you can't be this good, and that pushes people away. You know, it really does. It puts limits or restraints on people. So try not to do all the things that you may have done in the past that has blocked people away from you, and open up your heart to receiving love as well as giving it. So not always giving it, you know. Allow yourself to receive, and things will start happening. Overall, for you know, oh no, I'm going to do this at the end, but I'm going to do it now because I've pulled it out. Overall, the Emperor card is all of the water signs card for the month, or for the week, sorry. And the Emperor is all about this leadership role being strong as well. And that can sometimes come up as an Aries male. But it's all about having that leadership and, you know, doing it in a different way. So you're strong in yourself, but you're doing it in a very honest and trustworthy way where everybody knows everything about you. There's no hidden surprises. And that way there's nothing to feel nervous about within yourself as well. So let's have a look at Scorpio. So for Cancer, finances are okay. You know, things are start moving in the right direction. There is things about yourself that you need to reveal. You need to be more, you know, honest with who you are. You know what that is within yourself. Okay, we all hide things back from people. Okay, so there's something that needs to come out. Maybe it will have no choice but to come out. And when it does, it's going to be a great relief for you. Okay. Don't hold back. Don't hold back anymore, because it's really wearing you out, having to be 2 or 3 or 4 different people. Okay. And now, last but not least, beautiful Scorpio energy. Here we go. Okay, this is for Scorpio. Let's do this. That's it. Scorpio. You've got the moon as well. That is funny. This happens sometimes. But Scorpio, I'm going to give you one more, okay? I want to give Scorpio 2 cards. Something that goes with the moon. What else? Okay. Very emotional time for Scorpio. Alright, the 5 of Cups is there. This bird in this picture looks so much like someone I actually know in my life. That's so funny. She's not always crying, but it's definitely her. If you're watching Janita, hello. Okay, so you've got the moon and you've got the 5 of Cups. When you first look at this, okay, what do you think's going on here? What do you think's happening? Well, I can tell you what you're afraid of. You're afraid of getting hurt, Scorpio. You have been feeling, whether this is in a relationship or not, there is a fear within you always of the past. There's a feeling within you of being hurt. Because we are talking about a lot of emotion here, I would generally say it's more on a romantic level. And maybe you've been feeling a sadness within yourself that you can't quite understand, you know, because everything seems to be going perfect in your life in many different ways. You know, things are going well, but there's some kind of sadness inside you. And, you know, there's some things that you do, maybe some habits that you have that come out when you're feeling that sadness. And I know for a lot of you already worked that out and you've already dealt with it. This is something else. Okay, this is something, you know, you may not be able to put your finger on. You don't exactly know what it is. All you know is that you feel something at times. And you feel some kind of rejection. And you feel some kind of sadness inside yourself. Some kind of, like a feeling of never being right or never being good enough. Or someone else is always better. Or something like that in some people, for some people. I feel like something's ended and it's a turning point in your life, and it's something that you may have really wanted to have happen anyway, but it's ended, and there's this feeling of, oh God, you know, maybe I missed this more than I thought. Maybe I wanted this more than I thought that I did. There's also this feeling of a need for you to not sweat the small things, but you're just not going to be able to help it this week. Things are going to trigger you into emotion because you're changing. And whenever we're changing, it's like we have to hit this stage of crying and letting it out. And we have to hit this stage of being really miserable and upset within ourselves. And then it's like the phoenix rising. You know, we suddenly work our way forward. People come through and things happen and changes start to take place. But you need to feel this emotion stuff going on in order for you to pick up in your life what it is that you keep on doing. Okay? That you keep on doing, because there's some things within yourself that you want to have change, you know, in your future. And you're not really grasping what they are in reality, you know. You're hanging on to, you're thinking it's one thing because that's the thing that has always been upsetting, but it's more than one thing that's upsetting you, okay? So life in general is about figuring out your trigger points. It's about understanding them and sending love to that part of yourself that perhaps you have rejected in the past. You have rejected as not good enough, not gorgeous enough, not slim enough. You've rejected all these things, not being the best in school, or not being the best in your sporting field or a business or something like that. There's things where you've held yourself accountable for things, and it's been wrong. It's been the wrong viewpoint. However, it's still affected you nonetheless. Okay? And these are the things that you're learning how to balance in your life. And you're learning how to deal with the many changes that are taking place. For those of you who are in relationships, you may have just had a big argument or a big discussion about something and it's gotten a little bit heated. You might be a little bit upset, or maybe because of these trigger points that have been going on in your life. You know, someone says or even looks at you in a slightly alarming way and you're like, oh, you know, you've been upset. You don't know why, okay? You are a creature of the moon. You are a creature of energy. You know, you feel stuff. You pick up stuff. You're hearing stuff. You see stuff. You know, you've got the claircognizance. You've got the knowing. It's all too much sometimes to have so many abilities going on all at once and trying to figure it all out, you know. Let yourself feel this week. Let yourself release this week. Ask yourself questions like, what is my true block to moving forward? Don't give me the watered down version of what I think my true block is. I want to be shown. You know, I want you to show me in signs, in books, in different ways, through other people, through words, through TV, through colors, through whatever it is. Like where the heck it is that I am totally sabotaging myself. You know, where am I doing it so I can get rid of it? And that's what Scorpio is like. Where is it? Where can I find this thing and then I can get rid of it and move on? You know? So this will be very important. You know, for those people who are single, in a relationship, financially, everything, this all boils down to finding what's blocking you, what your trigger points are, and what's really bothering you. Not what's just on the surface, what other people have told you, what other people have bossed you around about with, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. You know, you're sick of all that stuff. Just really go within and figure this out, because it's really important that you do. And when you do this, it's like, oh, the penny drops. You know, and you've got rid of it. You've got rid of something that's plagued you for a really, really long time, whether it's a past life stuff, past life courting. If you feel like you've got an attachment, or if you feel like you've got negative energy, reach out. I'm there as well. You know, I can help you remove all this stuff and show you how to protect yourself, you know, which is very important. There are people around you that can help you. You know, sometimes people hinder you more than they help you too. So you've got to be careful who you go to see or who you talk to about stuff. But trust in your own ability that you're going to nail this and you're going to get through this section of your life, and the strength will be right back within you. A lot of you are going through physical concerns. You get a bloated stomach. You get back problems. Your knees go out. Your feet, your ankles. All because you're swelling up and you're getting full of water. You're full of water. Get it? You are full of emotion. You need to let it out. You know, it's your insides of you are crying. You know, when this stuff is happening, it needs to come out. something needs to trigger it out, and you're going to do it. I feel like you're going to make this breakthrough. I really hope you do too. So, sorry about the long talk. Sometimes things like this are really important to get out there. I really hope it's helpful to you. I hope you're enjoying these videos as well. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see too. I'm going to do a Domino Angels. I'm going to bring the Domino Angels back to life. Domino Angels, working with our angels, working with energy that's going on. Also sending out rounds of healing to anyone who needs it. I can send distant healing to you anytime you feel you need it. Happy to do it for free. If you make a donation, that'll be even more amazing too. So just remember, my links are all below, and also you can find me on all social media at Divine Miracles. And until the next time, lots of love to you all, and goodbye for now. Bye.